Hello and welcome to My African Village TV, your guide to the hidden treasures of Africa. Today we embark on a journey through the fascinating realm of Africa's youngest leaders, individuals whose youthful energy and visionary leadership are reshaping the continent's narrative. Join us as we explore the stories, challenges, and aspirations of those trailblazers who are redefining what it means to lead in the 21st century. You know that recently there's this smoke of change permeating, infused, and circulating within the African continent. The first amongst them is
Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso, age 36. In the midst of a tumultuous period for Burkina Faso, a 36-year-old military officer named Ibrahim Traoré seized control in a coup d'etat in September 2022. Driven by a desire to combat the escalating jihadist insurgency that had plagued the country, Traoré vowed to prioritize security and protect the nation's territorial integrity. Traoré's ascent to power was unconventional, but his determination to tackle the daunting challenges facing Burkina Faso has garnered him both support and scrutiny. As the youngest head of state in Africa, he faces the monumental task of restoring stability, ensuring the safety of citizens, and navigating the complex geopolitical landscape of the region.
So let's talk about Mahamat Déby from Chad, age 39. In the wake of his father's death in 2021, Mahamat Déby, then just 37 years old, assumed the presidency of Chad through a military council. This unexpected transition of power thrusts the young leader into the spotlight, tasking him with governing a nation grappling with internal conflict and regional instability.
Déby's youth and relative inexperience raised eyebrows among critics, but he has vowed to uphold democratic principles and oversee a transition to civilian rule within the agreed time frame. His ability to navigate the intricate web of ethnic tensions, political rivalries, and security challenges will undoubtedly shape Chad's future trajectory.
And we are here talking about Assimi Goïta, Mali, age 41. In the tumultuous landscape of Mali, Assimi Goïta, a former military official, rose to power through a coup d'etat in 2020 when he was just 38 years old. Driven by a desire to address the nation's security woes and combat the ever-present threat of terrorism, Goïta's ascendance to the presidency was marked by controversy initially and international condemnation. But guess what today? He is pioneering the country and bringing them to the promised land.
Despite the challenges, Goïta has vowed to prioritize national unity, implement political reforms, and work towards restoring democratic governance. However, his ability to navigate the complex web of internal conflicts, regional tensions, and international pressures will ultimately define his legacy as one of Africa's youngest leaders.
Mamadi Doumbouya. In September 2021, Guinea experienced a seismic shift when Mamadi Doumbouya, then 41 years old, led a military coup that toppled the long-standing regime of Alpha Condé. Doumbouya, a former French legionnaire, cited widespread corruption and a disregard for democratic principles as the driving forces behind his actions. And guess what? We are loving it. Yes, you might think they are taking power by force, but hey, if it takes by force to recreate the Africa that we all want to be proud of, then let's go for it. The next is Bassirou Diomaye Faye, Senegal, age 44. In the vibrant democracy of Senegal, Bassirou assumed the role of presidency in 2024, this year, following the resignation of Macky Sall. At just 44 years of age, Faye became one of the youngest heads of state in Africa, tasked with overseeing a peaceful transition of power and ensuring the integrity of the electoral process.
Faye's appointment was met with cautious optimism as he pledged to uphold the principles of democracy, transparency, and respect for the rule of law. His ability to navigate the complex political landscape and ensure a smooth transfer of power will undoubtedly shape Senegal's path forward.
Next, Abiy Ahmed, Ethiopia, age 47. In 2018, Ahmed assumed the Ethiopian prime ministership at the age of just 41, becoming one of the youngest heads of government in Africa. His ascendance to power marked a pivotal moment in Ethiopia's history, as he ushered in a wave of reforms aimed at promoting democracy, reconciliation, and economic development.
Ahmed's vision for a more inclusive and prosperous Ethiopia has been met with both praise and criticism. His efforts to end the long-standing conflict with Eritrea earned him the 2019 Nobel Peace Prize, but he has also faced challenges in quelling internal ethnic tensions and upholding human rights.
Andry Rajoelina, Madagascar, age 49. Andry first assumed the presidency of Madagascar in 2009 at the age of just 34, making him one of the youngest heads of state in the world at the time. His unconventional rise to power through a military-backed coup drew international condemnation, but he vowed to restore order and revive the island nation's struggling economy. And guess what? He was the only president of the only African country that came up with COVID-19 natural cure at the time. Guess what? The mainstream media sidelined it, but it is true. We all know that, and we loved it that way. Moving on. These are the stories of Africa's youngest presidents, a generation of leaders who have defied conventions and taken on the immense responsibility of guiding their nations through turbulent times. Their path to power have been unconventional, fraught with challenges, and often met with skepticism. As Africa continues to evolve, the world watches with bated breath, eager to witness the impact of this new generation of leaders. Will they rise to the occasion, ushering in an era of transformation and prosperity? Or will the weight of their responsibility prove too heavy a burden? The answer, of course, is a no. They are equal to the task. We all need to rally around them and support these trailblazers. And so we're calling it a wrap here. Thank you so much for joining us on today's exploring of the youngest presidents in African continent. Until we see you in our next video. Your host today is Splendor Ngozi. You stay blessed.